The Revolt of Nat Turner. All throughout the years of being in school, you will learn about the different topics of history. History, which contained major issues with slavery, but within the past centuries, the ways of slavery had changed. Today, in everything we learn about history, you'll always learn about the issues between blacks and whites or issues with harsh slavery. Although slavery was a major issue centuries ago, not every related issue to slavery was the same. For example, Nat Turner in history marked the date of one of the most famous slave rebellions. Turner's Rebellion was one of the bloodiest and most effective in American history. Nat Turner was a slave rebellion who marked one of the bloodiest times in history. He caused great fear through his hometown of Virginia that soon spread all the way out and up through the South. Nat's rebellion was the start of him wanting to return to his master. He believed if he followed his Christian faith that he could return to his master. Nat Turner's rebellion soon led him, his acquaintances, and other blacks and whites to death. Nat Turner's rebellion sparked when slaves formed together and acted out of anger. The slaves' anger was towards their masters. African Americans soon decided that they would no longer deal with the harsh ways of life and wanted to get back at their slave masters. After the slaves escaped and Turner led his slave group, that's when the rebellion began. Along with that, this is an event that happened due to Nat Turner's own beliefs. An issue that contributed to the reason why the rebellion began was because Nat believed he should follow his Christian faith. February 1831, when a solar eclipse happened, Turner believed that that was a sign from God he had been waiting for. Turner believed he could talk to God by visions he sent him through nature. Nat Turner believed that if he followed his Christian faith and did what God sent him to do, that he would soon be able to return back to his master after escaping. Nat Turner was a slave rebellion who believed that if he followed his Christian duties, that he could soon return to his master. This event started in the town of Southampton, Virginia. The rebellion continued to move through the South, where it then ended in a town called Jerusalem. Nat Turner is known to be one of the most famous slave rebellions in history. In the mid-1800s, Turner and 16 of his conspirators led a rebellion that killed 60-plus white women, men, and children. Fastly, through day and night, they would move from plantations to plantations. The men gathered many farming supplies, along with gathering weapons, horses, and releasing slaves as they went. Turner's rebellion not only left whites dead, but eventually blacks as well. White Southerners responded brutally to the rebellion. They executed 55 slaves for participating or even supporting the revolt, including Turner, where also whites killed over 200 African Americans in the days after the rebellion. The rebellion caused blacks to randomly get killed all over Southampton country, and many were beheaded and their heads were left along the roads to warn others. Due to this rebellion that Nat Turner started, it continued to spread up throughout the state of Virginia and up through the South. This event caused a change because it caused fear within the black community throughout Virginia that soon spread up to the South. During Nat Turner's rebellion, his people he worked with also made the population of whites decrease, and then soon the black, because the whites accused all blacks of what had happened from the rebellion. Nat Turner's rebellion caused a change in history because it caused large amounts of fear within the east side of the United States. This event changed the ways of the black community along with general community life. This event also caused a change in future Protestant issues. Last but not least, Nat Turner's rebellion led many blacks to transform Christianity into their central institution of community life.